I'm Steve Beasley, and this is your Florida. Tonight's top story. Shocking news out of Highlands County. Tea Party officials reported today that Supervisor of Elections candidate Rick Beebe suffered a massive heart attack at a local rally held at Homer's Smorgasbord in Sebring. Eyewitnesses were unclear as to whether candidate Beebe was sampling the buttered sausage or the beef tips meringue when the attack happened. Spokesman for Homer's had no comment but did immediately remove their slogan, Homer's Brats, to die for. What do the Bang Brothers and Mickey Mouse have in common? More than you might think. The home of Disneyland and Universal Studios, Orlando, Florida's fun capital, can put another feather, or should we say, scarlet letter, in its cap. Men's Health has declared Orlando the country's smuttiest city. In second place was Las Vegas, where gambling and prostitution are legal. Coming in at a healthy 8th is Tampa Bay in the country's smuttiest city, and Miami chimed in at number 12. In a related story, Brevard libraries have pulled all copies of the frothy erotic bestseller 50 Shades of Grey. Rest easy though, you randy folks out there. The Kama Sutra, Fear of Flying, Tropic of Cancer, and Lolita are all still in stock. If you're in a high crime area, you may want to watch your language. In Fort Walton Beach, Florida police were patrolling crime-riddled Tilden Avenue when they asked a 47-year-old man to identify himself. The man told the police to go themselves, and it was their job to figure it out. The man was immediately taken into custody to be identified. And now it's time for sports with Treme Flowers. Treme, what have you got for us today?
Thanks, Steve. Got some great sports stories. Let's kick it off with the hot news out of Miami. LeBron James is shaping up to...
Isn't it LeBron?
LeBron James from the Miami Hot.
I'm sorry, I do believe you mean the Miami Heat.
LeBron James from the Miami Heat shaping up to be the National Basketball League's most valuable player this...
I'm sorry, Treme, I do think that's called the National Basketball Association.
Whatever, Steve. LeBron James from the Miami Heat is going to be this season's most valuable player for the National Basketball Association.
Where amazing happens.
The Jacksonville Jaguars announced their #1 draft pick this year, and that's Justin Blackmon. He's from Oklahoma State. He is big, and he's powerful, and he's good looking, and he's a wide receiver. And we're so excited to get him in Jacksonville. He is just going to tear up that town.
Play ball.
Now, for you baseball fans out there, we got some hot news about the Florida Marlins.
I believe it's Marlins, the fish. Yes? Not the wizard.
I know all the sports because I'm Steve Beasley.
Well, I know the name of the team.
Now let's go back to Mr. Know-It-All, Mr. Steve Beasley. Back to you, Steven.
Thanks, Treme. As always, you reported. Now let's get a check on our hot, steamy weather with our very own hot, steamy weather woman, Jennifer Jackson. Jennifer, summer months are coming up. Wondering if you're bikini prepared. And now for our feature story of the night. Recently, at the Sawgrass Elementary School, parents received a different kind of class picture. Broward County Pictures owner David Clausen shot this picture and claims that he was told that 2 students had not signed the proper release forms. Clausen did what any good photog would do. He put his mad Photoshop skills to the test, in the process offending and humiliating the school, claiming to have placed the smiley face under the direction of the PTA. The PTA disagrees. Well, fortunately for us, we have been able to set up a live interview with Broward County Pictures President Herschel Jackson. Thank you, Mr. Jackson, for joining us.
Great, thank you.
You've asked us to keep your identity private as a result of death threats, so with your permission, we have covered up your face with a photo. Well, I think the first question has to be, What happened?
Steve, I'm glad you asked me that. What I want to tell you about today is what actually happened between the Sawgrass Elementary School and the PTA of that district. What people don't realize is that they actually asked...
We seem to be having a connection problem, Mr. Jackson. Please stand by. Okay, we seem to have lost our interview with Mr. Jackson for the moment. We'll try to get him back before the end of this newscast. Now, in other school news, teacher Lori Bailey Cutcomp has found herself in hot water with the Pasco County School Board after creating her very own system of punishment for her students. Borrowed from the Pixar smash Up and her own dog's recent neutering, she instituted the Cone of Shame for her students that misbehaved. Curiously, reactions from both students and parents was mixed, with one parent saying, quote, "At least it ain't shock collars." No word yet on any disciplinary actions from Ms. Cutcomp. And now I think we are getting Mr. Jackson back for, well, from all of us here at Florida News Network News, thanks for watching. I'm Steve Beasley, and that was your Florida.